Oh man, feels like just the good old days again. Walter, look over here. Get out of here, Walter. He does not look too happy. Alright, Enoch, I accept your request. This sounds like a great idea and I can't wait to go forward with it. Looks like you've got a great start talking about the weather, but I must say, the weather isn't particularly the most exciting subject. So you mentioned the weather. I tend to agree with you on the part where you said we chose a really interesting name, the snowball effect, for a show based in two cities that hardly ever receive any snow. There has been some snow here in St. George, Utah, but definitely not enough to make the phone home, as you mentioned. So probably last year, middle of the year, I think it was September or October or something, I forget. My great-grandmother passed away, which it wasn't a particularly sad time, but her funeral had some really interesting shenanigans. She liked to be the Grandmanator, which was the Terminator as a grandma. We gave her a water gun one day and she would shoot all the little kids. But like, she would never let up. If you gave Grandma the squirt gun, you'd expect to get wet, and it didn't stop. For her funeral, we decided to do the 21 water gun salute. So we got all the great-grandkids and their water guns up there. And, you know, on the count of 3, we shot our water guns, all 21 of them. Boom, boom, boom. And within the minute, and I mean the very minute, it starts raining. Oh, Grandma, you're still fighting back, I can tell. And it like rained hard, too. For a solid 30 seconds, it was just pouring. And the entire gravesite was like wet. Grandma got the last laugh, even after she's dead. So that's my interesting weather story. So moving on to a different topic from the weather. So this week, I wanted to get started on the most extreme story you've ever had in school. And I know you've got your fair share, Enoch, so I'll let you have that on your side. But I've got a few of my own I'd like to share. From 2nd through 4th grade, I attended a local public school in Phoenix, Arizona. The one thing I remember about attending there is getting a bomb, not a bomb threat. The one thing I remember about attending there, however, was that I got a death threat from a kid, a little Middle Eastern kid. You know, I'm sure he didn't think much of it, but I had hung out with this one kid particularly who was really smart. But one day, this kid came up to me and he said, if you hang out with that other kid anymore, I'm gonna get my gun and I'm gonna shoot you. I remember that being the first kind of experience in elementary school that really kind of woke me up. I was really shook. From then on, like, I realized I needed to stand up for myself a little bit better. And this particular experience got me more than anything, I think, because kindergarten up to 4th grade, I wasn't exactly the most outgoing, outspoken kid. I mean, I kind of kept to myself. I had my very limited circle of friends, but I didn't really have a whole lot to say. But once I had gotten this, I'd realized, you know, I don't have to be determined by what everyone else says or what everyone else wants. From then on, you know, I strove to be the person that always included everyone, the person that always, you know, tried to, you know, speak up for themselves. But that pales in comparison to my most recent school experience. This last year, actually about 2 months ago as of the posting of this video, my school in St. George, Utah, the literal equivalent of Canada when it comes to safety, because seriously, you can leave your front door unlocked and let people in and like you'll still have all of your cars. It's amazing. But my high school, I was walking out of the cafeteria during lunch to go to the college, because I go to the college during my lunch. And on my way out, I took a sniff and I smelled something burning. I wasn't sure what the heck was going on. I was just like, whoa, okay, something's burning. What's going on here? And I'm looking around, you know, I'm like, what's on fire? What's burning here? I'm like, is someone smoking? Is there like something, fireworks going off? I look over and there's a backpack and it is on fire. I'm not even kidding, on fire. And of course, my friends, being the idiot friends they were at the time, ran over to it. I kept my distance, but they ran over to it. And they found a little metal canister inside, the size of a soup can, a little bit bigger than a soup can. So of course I had to leave. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. So I went down and I ran to the office, like I booked it. I went and told the local police officer what I had seen, and then I darted out. Later, I had found out, I mean, of course, I kind of knew by the context clues, but I found out that that was a bomb. It was a pipe bomb designed by a kid, and he had crafted this bomb and placed it at my high school to contact ISIS. And I kid you not, this is the most insane thing. After all the details had settled from everything and I I was kind of praised as a hero for finding it. Don't give me all the credit here. I mean, there was a lot of other people involved. After the dust had settled, I found out the name of the person that put the bomb there. So I found out I'm related to this kid, which I was like, oh my word. Everyone's gonna think it was me or a cousin of mine or whatever. And it's a distant relative. I don't personally know them. This freaked me out. And I've gotten a lot of attention from it like ever since then. You know, thankfully it's all blown over. I received a really cool award for it, actually. They recognized me and they gave me this really cool award for, it's called the Simply Respect Others Award. And they gave me this really awesome coin. I don't know if you can see it very well. But it says Simply Respect Others. And basically they're recognizing me for speaking up. Here's the other side. This is a collectible coin, apparently. Really nice coin. That was given to me by the school officer. I just think it's really cool. I have this little chip to bring around, you know, and tell my story, and hopefully that might get me somewhere one day, that I sniffed out a bomb. Anyway, I hope that was an interesting experience for you to hear, Enoch, and hopefully you've got some interesting experiences of your own to share. I look forward to seeing your episode this next Friday, or this coming Friday, or whatever day it ends up being, because I don't know my days anymore. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.